can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look deep for more. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket, because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on fourth down, may as well make him punt it. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together, come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On second down, Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. They've got his man complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I tell you, from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. to the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. In motion right is Thomas. Second and 3. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. So the completion gets him just a yard. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's on multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And the pressure gets to him again. Milton Williams. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 15. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A nice punt, but a good run back as well at 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
2nd and 14. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did it in a big way there.
Moore, the man in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits Moore. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They go play action here on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 23 yards on the play.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. Well, I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
Dillon will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw there taken in by Smith. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Play action. Now Wilson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. This is Smith with a grab. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Wilson to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Wilson on the keeper. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow! Wow!
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
He'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
This for all the marbles. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Philadelphia, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for Carolina, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.